If you're an Azur fan and a figure collector, you're probably very happy with the selection of figures available for the series. There are plenty of beautiful figures out there of a variety of characters. But of course, as lovers of many waifus, we want to appreciate other beautiful characters even more. So, because of that, here is a list of 10 Azur shipgirls I would love to see get a figure. Keep in mind, this list is made up of my own personal preferences and tastes. I'm sure there are shipgirls with beautiful skins that you would rather have a figure of, so I'd love to hear about those picks in the comments below. But anywho, here is my list. For my number 10 spot, I'm placing Boys in her Jade Munmei skin. She looks stunning in that red and black dress with contrast nicely with the signature light blue hair. The cut of her dress reveals her sumptuous thighs, and the base has the potential to be extra special with the elegant countess she is sitting on. Also, I like the balls, they're kinda funny. In the number 9 spot is Peter Strasser in her Moment Frozen in Pure White skin. This would be bussin' as a figure, and put that grand clock that sits behind her in this skin. I imagine it would be a massive figure because of that, but how rad would that look? Next up in the number 8 spot is Emden in her default skin. Emden got a lot of attention for being the first sort of 2-in-1 kind of character. Her design is really solid for what she is. Her cheekily sinister personality is very attractive. This would be another massive figure if they were to include her rigging. This is one I can take either way, with or without the rigging. Her design is interesting enough to justify a version without the rigging, I think. Polar already has a figure in her Seaside Coincidence skin, which I appreciate and will probably pick up at some point, but her default is so fire. Polar's default takes the number 7 spot. I love her outfit that emphasizes her outstanding figure. The way she delicately touches the tip of her sword's handle characterizes her cheeky nature very well, and her cape draped behind her looks as elegant as Sardenga's Empire ships come. Ilbing in her Throne of Misfortune skin, I would love to see get a figure, so she takes the number 6 position. I would imagine it would be a difficult figure to pull off with so many details in the ripped stockings, but if someone could pull it off, she would make a very tantalizing addition to any collector's shelf. Her heterochromia and long braided white hair make her an interesting character visually. The sheen captured in the illustration feels very suitable to be made into a figure as well. Next is Noshiro for number 5. It was just announced that she is getting a figure of her default skin, which as a big Noshiro fan has me over the moon in excitement. But she is my favorite shipgirl and has plenty of lovely skins to turn into figures. So I actually chose 2 to go in the number 5 spot, which are her Xanadu's Eventide and Uncharted Festival Grounds. Xanadu would be insane. The base would be her giant birdcage and her dress would need to be as elegantly detailed as in the portrait. This would be a triumph of a figure. Actually, it would probably have to be a statue with the amount of detail and size of it. Right next to that skin though is her Uncharted Festival Ground skin. This is one of the most popular skins in general and for good reason. The kimono is fashioned with bright colors and styled chicly with its short skirt. The base has the potential to be unique as well if they chose to keep the path and shrine archers included in the figure. For number 4, Perseus is already getting a figure of her Unfamiliar Duty skin, but I would rather see a figure of her default skin. She would just look so elegant with her long hair and wings. I'm a big fan of her pink hair that stands out so softly against her white dress. Seeing the great work done of the formidable figure, I am confident that the beauty of Perseus's default skin can be captured in figure form. Nuremberg's default skin takes the number 3 spot. I love Nuremberg, she is such a cutie, and if you've seen the character design sketches, you'd see more of her appealing qualities. I love the shipgirls with horns in the design, they are just so rad to see. It's also a charming juxtaposition to have such a cute character dressed in all black and red and have demon horns. It's such a banger combination. I also love how she holds her sword in a way that draws your attention to her generous bust. She is another shipgirl who I think would still look great without her rigging, which would probably have to be the default in Nuremberg's case because she has some fat rigging. Bremerton, despite having one of my least favorite skins in Kung Fu Cruiser, actually has two of my favorites. Scorching Hot Training is already getting a figure, which I have that baby pre-ordered and I'm looking forward to having her in my collection. And another Bremerton I would love to have is her in her day off date skin. I love the vibe of the skin so much. She looks cute and cozy in her sweater dress. I love the scene of her just relaxing while we're on a bubble date with her. It is such a delightful skin and I love the vibes of it. As the #1 ship girl in skin I would love to see get a figure is Foch in her Rainbow Rendezvous skin. Much like my love for the Bremerton skin, I really enjoyed the laid back vibe this skin emits. The light pastels create a calming tone, her shoulderless sweater gives a casual vibe and a cheeky peek at her robust figure. Her stylish leather shorts dress up the outfit a bit, and the halter that holds her knife is the perfect garnish on the refreshing dish of a skin. The skin also offers a creative base, with her suitcase being a perfect accessory, as well as the guardrails that complete the picture of Foch going on a bright adventure. The bubbly thingies that have blue roses in them are really neat looking too. I want that in plastic form. And that's it. Those are the 10 ship girls I would love to see get a figure someday. What do you think about my picks? Who would you want to get a figure? Sound off in the comments below. Also like the video because that helps a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more Azur Lane content. I appreciate you watching and I hope to have you for the next video. Bye bye! Bonus, if you're here for the very end of the video, I'm just going to shout out some really quick honorable mentions. So I have Talon in her default outfit, Mermask in her default, which is a personal favorite ship of mine, Victoria Veneto in her default but also her Flower of La Spezia, don't know how to pronounce it, Chokai in her Tidy Story Tidy Mind, she looks so cute. Or even her default would be so cute. Tortu in her Overthinking Summer skin. Or Tartu? This is the segment where I mispronounce stuff. Richelieu in her default outfit. And Massachusetts in her Dress to Impress has been in my honorable mention script for a very long time, but recently it was just announced that this skin is getting a figure, which I'm very happy about. Talk about manifestation. So I'm hoping this video also manifests some future figures of the skins and characters I want as figures. But yeah, if you want even this bonus content, I really appreciate you sticking around for this long. And again, I would be super curious to hear about what figures you would like to see someday. Okay, that's it. Goodbye!